Bavaria, 1922, rolling hills, quaint villages, a serene and picturesque landscape that seemed untouched by time. Yet a darkness descended upon Hinterkaifeck, a small farmstead nestled in this idyllic landscape. The tranquility was about to be shattered. The Gruber family, seemingly ordinary, lived a quiet life. Andreas, the patriarch, was a stern but hard-working man. His wife, Casilia, was known for her kindness and dedication to the family. Their widowed daughter, Victoria, and her two children, Casilia and Joseph, added to the household's warmth. And Maria, the maid, who had recently joined the family, was settling into her new role. They were about to become victims in a crime that would haunt the world. The year started ordinarily. Winter thawed, spring arrived. The farm bustled with the promise of new life and growth. Life on the farm continued as usual. The family engaged in their daily routines, tending to the animals, working the fields, and maintaining the household. But a creeping unease began to disturb the peace. Footsteps in the attic, a misplaced newspaper. These small, unsettling occurrences began to weigh heavily on the family's minds. A house key gone missing. It seemed trivial, but it added to the growing sense of dread. Unexplained events plagued the family, whispers of something sinister lurking nearby. The once peaceful farmstead now felt like a place of impending doom. Little did they know, a storm was brewing. A storm that would bring with it a tragedy so profound, it would leave an indelible mark on history. Days before the tragedy, Andreas shared chilling stories with his neighbors. He spoke of strange occurrences, unsettling events that seemed to defy explanation. His voice carried a mix of fear and disbelief, as if he couldn't quite accept what he was witnessing. Strange footprints in the snow, leading from the woods to the farm, but none returning. These tracks appeared overnight, as if someone or something had come to visit, only to vanish without a trace. A set of house keys vanished. They were always kept in the same spot. Yet one day, they were simply gone. No one could explain their disappearance. An unfamiliar newspaper found in the house. It was dated weeks before from a town miles away. No one in the family had ever seen it before. Andreas, a man of the earth, dismissed these as pranks. He believed someone was playing tricks on him, trying to unsettle his family. He failed to see the warning signs, the whispers of danger carried on the wind. The rustling leaves seemed to murmur secrets, but Andreas paid them no mind. The family maid, terrified, quit her post. She spoke of strange noises, of feeling watched, of an oppressive presence that made her skin crawl. She claimed the farmhouse was haunted. Her stories were dismissed as superstitions, but her fear was palpable. A new maid, Maria Baumgartner, arrived just days before the fateful night. She was unaware of the ominous events that had transpired before her arrival. Unknowingly, she stepped into a nightmare. The shadows seemed to close in around her, and the air felt thick with foreboding. The family, oblivious to the horrors that awaited, continued their daily routines. The children played, the adults worked. Life went on as usual, with laughter and toil filling the days, but the unseen terror drew closer. The sky darkened, and an eerie silence fell over the farm, as if the world itself was holding its breath, waiting for the inevitable. Days turned into a chilling silence. The once vibrant farm, filled with the sounds of animals and the laughter of children, now stood as a haunting reminder of something terribly wrong. The farm, usually alive with activity, lay eerily still. The wind whispered through the overgrown grass, and the fog clung to the ground like a shroud, adding to the sense of foreboding. Neighbors, concerned by the lack of activity, decided to investigate. They had not seen the Gruber family for days, and their absence was deeply unsettling. On April 4th, they made a horrifying discovery. The barn door, slightly ajar, creaked as they pushed it open, revealing a scene that would haunt them forever. The entire Gruber family and their maid lay dead in the barn, bludgeoned with a mattock. The sight was gruesome, with hay scattered around their lifeless bodies. A scene of unimaginable brutality. Blood stained the walls and floor, and the air was thick with the scent of death. Little Joseph, just 7 years old, lay murdered in his bed. His small body, so full of life just days before, now cold and still. His mother, Victoria, beside him. her protective embrace in death a stark contrast to the violence that had taken their lives. Andreas and Kazilia, the grandparents, were slain in the barn alongside their maid. Their bodies lay in a macabre tableau, a testament to the horror that had unfolded. The scene was chaotic yet eerily undisturbed. It was as if time had frozen in that moment of terror. No signs of forced entry, no valuables taken. The mystery deepened as investigators found no clues to explain the brutal massacre. Just a family, brutally murdered in their own home. The Gruber family, once a symbol of rural life, now a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places. The murders sent shockwaves through the region. Investigators arrived at a scene seemingly frozen in time. The killer had remained on the farm for days after the murders. Animals were fed, someone had eaten from the pantry, the fire was lit, the killer had slept in the house, surrounded by the bodies of their victims. This chilling detail painted a picture of a murderer, both callous and strangely domestic. Who was this person who could commit such atrocities and then calmly continue life on the farm? Why kill an entire family with such brutality? The questions hung heavy in the air, unanswered whispers in the Bavarian breeze. Section 5. Shadows of Doubt. The investigation began, but the killer had vanished. Theories abounded, each more unsettling than the last. Was it a robbery gone wrong, a family feud, a crime of passion? The brutality suggested a personal motive, a deep-seated rage. Suspicions fell on several individuals. Carl Gabriel, Victoria's former fiancé, presumed dead in World War I, was rumored to have fathered Josef. Had he returned, seeking revenge? Lorenz Schlittenbauer, a neighbor, had quarreled with Andreas and was rumored to have had an affair with Victoria. Could jealousy have driven him to murder? Section 6. The Stranger in the House. Witnesses came forward with stories of a strange man seen near the farm in the days leading up to the murders. He was described as unkempt and suspicious. Some claimed he carried an axe. Could this stranger hold the key to the mystery? The investigation continued, but the clues were like smoke, disappearing as quickly as they appeared. Each lead led to a dead end, each theory riddled with holes. The killer seemed to have vanished into thin air, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a community gripped by fear. Section 7. The Axe and the Attic. The murder weapon, a mattock, belonged to the family, adding another layer to the puzzle. The killer knew the layout of the farm, suggesting familiarity with the victims. The attic, where footsteps were heard, became a focal point. Was this where the killer hid, watching and waiting? The killer's motive remained elusive. The brutality pointed to rage, but the methodical execution and the days spent on the farm suggested something more. Was it a crime of passion, a carefully planned massacre, or the act of a deranged mind? The truth, shrouded in mystery, seemed further away than ever. Years passed, but the Hinterkaifeck murders refused to fade from memory. The farm, abandoned and decaying, became a macabre tourist attraction. Whispers of the tragedy lingered in the air, attracting curiosity seekers and paranormal investigators alike. Some claimed to see apparitions of the Gruber family, forever trapped in their final moments. Others reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and despair. The farm, once a place of life, had become a monument to death, forever haunted by the echoes of that spring night in 1922. Despite numerous investigations over the decades, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved. The case has been re-examined countless times, with modern forensic techniques offering glimpses of hope, but the passage of time has made finding concrete answers nearly impossible. Theories continue to circulate, fueled by speculation and the lack of a definitive conclusion. Books, documentaries, and podcasts explore the case, keeping the memory of the victims alive and reminding the world of this chilling unsolved mystery. The Hinterkaifeck murders continue to fascinate and horrify, a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary lives. Who was the killer? What drove them to commit such a horrific act? What secrets died with the Gruber family on that fateful night? Was it a spurned lover, a vengeful relative, or a stranger passing through? Or could it have been something even more sinister? A motive beyond human comprehension? The truth, lost to time, remains elusive, leaving a void filled only with speculation and a lingering sense of unease. The Hinterkaifeck murders serve as a chilling reminder that even in the most peaceful of settings, evil can find a foothold. The case, unsolved and unresolved, continues to capture imaginations, a haunting echo of a crime that shook a nation and left an indelible mark on history. The victims, forever frozen in time, serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of mystery. The Hinterkaifeck tragedy, a tale whispered through generations, remains a chilling testament to the darkness that can reside in the human heart and the secrets that can lie buried beneath the surface of the ordinary.